We're going to begin our quilt. I hope you have the tutorial, the quilt tutorial printed out, and also the outline of what the quilt should look like and the um, finished quilt, what it looks like. So let's begin by going to File and New to set up our page. And we're going to call this Quilt. And after it, we'll put your name. Okay, and for the profile, we'll put print, the letter size, the units will be inches, and the advance will be CMYK 300 pixels per inch, the default preview mode. If you don't have advanced showing, you can just click on this. If yours looks this way, just click on that little arrow and it will open. I'm going to say OK. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is set up the workspace the way I want it. So we'll go to Window and Workspace, and we're going to use the Layout workspace. And here's what it looks like. Then we'll go to set up our grid for the quilt. So we'll go to Edit, Preferences, and General. Now the keyboard increment should be set at 0.0028. This will allow us to move our objects in the smallest increment. Then we'll go to Guides and Grid, and we will set our guide at 1 inch and subdivisions at 1, and click on OK. All right, so we're set up for that now. The next thing we're going to set up is our swatches. So let's go to Window. Remember, these are in alphabetical order. And we'll open up the Swatch Panel. And here it is. And we're going to make a special Swatch folder just for our quilt. So we're going to go to two icons left of the trash can where it says New Color Group, and click on that. And we get a dialog box up. And we're going to call this Quilt. And click OK. All right, so we have a white here. And next we're going to put some colors into this folder. So I'm going to start with warm colors up here, and I'll start with this yellow-green and just drag it down into this folder. And I'll do a yellow, and it must be right into the folder. You can't just bring it here to the side. I'll use a gold and an orange, and I think a green. So those are the colors I'm going to use. I don't know if I like this orange so much. I think I'm going to put that in the trash can. And I think I will go with, let me see, a beige. I like that better. Okay, so these are the colors that I chose, and I'll show you how you can change them later. But you have other choices you can make. For example, you can come up here to the color guide, and you can take a color and get tints and shades of that color, you see. And you can also come up here to the harmony rules, and you can get different types of color groups. And this is great if you're making a website or something like that. I really like this one here. Wow, that is very nice. And You can come here and decide whether you're going to show tints, whether you're going to show warm and cool, um, whether you're going to, and let's see what those look like. You can decide whether you want vivid or muted. So, you have a lot of choices there. And I'm going to click on this little double arrow going to the right to close that up. So it goes right into here. Now, we have another way of making colors, and I'm going to pull this out so you can see it. Here is our color panel, and you can actually just click on any of these colors, and it will come up in the fill here, and you can just take this and drag that over like that. I think I like that better than the green I have here. I'm going to take that out. Okay. And another thing you can do is come here and show options. In here, you can mix colors. For example, this is the green I just chose. And let's say I would like a shade of that green. I can take the black and just move it this way and get a shade of that green. And just take this and drag it over to my panel like that. I can also, if I care to, I'm going to move this back a little bit so I can show you. I can take the one that is closest to the right, like that, and hold down my Shift key and make a tint of that color by moving the arrows back and forth. So that's some of the other things we can do. I'll just go like that. And let's see. Oh, Control Z. That didn't work. Control Z. Okay, but that's how you do that. And you can mix colors that way. I'm going to put this back now and just put this here. Actually, I'm going to close out hide the options and just put it back in here. All I have to do is grab the folder. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so I'm pretty well set now, and we're going to go ahead and start the actual quilt. So make sure you've got your quilt tutorial open and a printout of the actual finished quilt and an outline of the quilt. That'll help you a lot. Goodbye.